crack kills. It really does.
Everyone's ass is out at the pool except for that one chick with boots on.
Over here just talking about whatever comes to mind.
Special guest Nichola Ivy from the Don't Call Us Pretty podcast is here in the building. And we got tequila, lots of tequila, and it's time to get the party started. I'll Have a Double starts
now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of I'll Have a Double, the podcast, episode 82.
Witten.
What?
I said Witten.
Witten. Oh.
I was thinking about that the other day. Are we going to still keep doing that? Or?
We haven't been doing it,
We
actually.
haven't.
We've
Because we went through the
60s.
In the 70s.
And the 70s, and we just ran out of offensive linemen.
In the 80s. Wow, look at us.
I know, we're in the 80s. We didn't give a shout out to Jerry Rice
or T.O. or
Tony
Tim Brown.
Hill or
It's all good.
Steve Largent.
It's fine. It's
So,
fine.
If anyone's still watching right now, I'm Juan B.
I'm Brent Crable.
Jesse Cool.
We got a special guest with us. Unfortunately, she's hanging out with us because she's probably ready to walk away at this point because we start getting into jersey number talk. She's one of the amazing hosts of the podcast Don't Call Us Pretty, and she was here on time. She showed up right at 7 o'clock. Nichola Ivy, how are you doing?
Hey guys, what's going on?
So we were talking before, we started about being on time.
Yeah.
We said 7 o'clock, and literally you rang the doorbell at 7. Were you just kind of waiting, outside and waiting for it to hit 7
o'clock
just
on
to
the dot.
prove the fact that you were 7 o'clock on the dot?
I'm just that punctual. I'm that girl.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Rare. Very rare.
Very.
Are you single?
Yeah, I mean, by fault, I think that maybe it's too rare.
Guys, we complain about this. You guys complain about it all the time about women being late and taking forever and not being on time.
Being flaky.
Here you go.
Yeah. And also, it only takes me 20 minutes to get ready.
Shut
so
up. Stop it.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that too.
Really?
Yeah, no, for
a real 20.
real.
Not real. Not a real 20.
I'm telling you punctual timing here because I'm punctual.
She knows time.
I know time really
she
well.
knows time. When she says 20, it's not like someone who, like another girl being like 20 minutes. That's
it's an hour and 20.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I don't even take that. I mean, I'd take 40. So
that makes sense.
Half,
that also checks out.
It's 30 on the hair though. So
30.
Whatever.
So you do 10
just
minutes.
Slick it back.
Bro. There's a process.
Oh, there's a reason to that. Yeah.
Does it always take you 20, or you mean if you had to, it takes you 20?
Talking to you.
Me?
Not
Jesse
takes 40.
I'm
not talking about Jesse.
Jesse takes 40. Yeah, Jesse.
what?
Jesse's 40, 30 on the hair.
Yeah. Does it always take you 20, or are you just saying that if push comes to shove, if you had to get out of the house in 20 minutes, you can do it and look like this?
I mean, it's Mm-hmm. If I have to shower and wash my weave and stuff like that, we're adding more time to the clock here.
But if someone called and said, "Hey, be here in 20 minutes," you can do it.
I'm like, okay, let's go. I also don't really like, last minute plans. So, that's hard.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not how.
Yeah.
But if I had to do it, it literally takes me 10 minutes to do my makeup, and I just need 10 minutes to do my hair, and I'm out the door.
How quick can you get out of the house, Brent?
Well, I would say 10 minutes is mostly spent on oh shit, my phone's upstairs or whatever, walking down and doing that. But
you have all those levels.
me getting ready though, it doesn't take that long.
It takes them that long to get up to the fourth, to the bottom. Crap.
I could get ready in sub 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna wear a hat.
You can get ready from start to finish 10 minutes?
He's gonna wear a hat though.
Okay,
no, I could do my hair. My hair will take less than 5 minutes.
Okay, so we're not talking about showering. Are you talking about showering?
No, because we took the showering out of the
out.
Well, she has more to do when she showers.
Okay, yeah, I could with a shower 10 minutes.
Wow. What?
Really? I'll time it.
We're gonna see this.
Come back. Circle back to this, okay?
I will. What, Ryan? You tell 5. You take 5.
If you're saying, hey, let's go, all you
I
gotta
would
do
have
is throw some pants on, throw a shirt on.
I would have never even asked you because I would have been like, he'll be under 5, sub 5 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Well, and showering, get you're literally on your couch. Someone said, "Let's go down to Deep Ellum. Let's do this." From that point to the time you walk out the door, how long would it take you?
Wet wipes.
Wet wipes.
I died.
See, I'm saying I have to do the hair. I got to shave. I got
every time
shower. I got to do the moisturize everything. I got to pick out the outfit
every time.
Is this like Patrick Bateman when he's taking a shower? In American
Actually,
Psycho?
yes, Brent. That was a big influence on me. Yeah, I am American Psycho.
That was an influence.
You're moisturizing your whole body?
No, just the face. That's why I look so young. I gotta keep with the moisture.
Yeah, how old are you?
In July I turned 35.
Oh, he has a birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, you
Birthday
are
month.
older than what I thought you were gonna say.
Wow, thank you.
How old are y'all?
How old are you, Brent?
I don't reveal my age on the first date. Well, I guess this is the
This
second.
is the second date,
Yeah.
so.
I am the same age as Jesse.
Okay.
And I'm older than they are.
What?
Yeah.
Well, how old are you?
He's the godfather.
I'm older than they are.
You're not gonna tell me?
Not on air.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I'll tell you off here.
it's.
Okay.
It's a secret.
Okay.
Now,
Let's just say he does not crack.
Yes.
I do crack.
He does crack.
Oh.
He
You
does
do
crack,
crack?
but his skin doesn't
Okay.
crack.
The
We're
confession's
bringing back
out,
the
y'all.
crack references.
Crack keeps the crack away.
Okay, you know what?
Remember that, kids. You're welcome.
I might try it.
Try some crack. That's fine.
After the show, are you doing anything?
Yeah.
See, that's why we don't have
Just a
sponsors.
crack.
You can't say stuff like "try the crack."
Just a group crack
Well,
sesh.
Yeah. I was gonna recommend that to Jesse when he was wanting a coffee. Just have some crack.
Just crack. Yeah.
Then you'll be
You
you'll
guys
be
are
alive.
cracking me up right now. But back to the
nice.
time thing.
Okay.
How frustrating is it with your friends? Because I'm pretty sure you're one of the only few friends that show up on time. We go, we're gonna have dinner at 8 o'clock. It's gonna be amazing. And then you're sitting there at 8 o'clock. It's just you and the waiter.
Just
Yeah.
They'll be here in a second.
Yeah. Well, and like they all know me to be on time. And so like if anyone's going to be ready and there, it's Nichola. And I'm like, y'all know this.
Yeah.
What kind of girlfriends are you to me if like you realize it, but you're just like, well, we'll fucking get there when we get there. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. What?
What are they doing?
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Juan, that laugh that laugh sounds like there's more behind it.
No, I'm just saying, man. You like I asked the same questions.
The
you
words
know,
behind the laugh.
What are you doing?
I think that some people take time serious, some don't.
Yeah. I mean,
And time in general, in a sense of like looking at, because there's been times where I have something to do and it's a kind of a loose time thing,
Right.
and I'll be fucking around and I'm like, but then there's times when you're running behind and I'm feeling bad. I'm like, fuck, I'm like behind, like I'm sorry, but trying to get there, like lack of respect of times. And some people legit have no respect for time at all, or your time.
I think that's what's like kind of difficult. I love all my friends, but it's like I
Which
have
is
such
the one that
little...
you hate the most? I'm kidding. I'm
Right
kidding.
now.
I can't. There's actually a couple on my shit list right now.
Uh-oh.
For this reason. And I'm like, I'm so busy with everything that I do that like I show up.
Right.
Like I put everything to the side, even if I'm not done
Right.
with what I need to get done or accomplished for the day. But like I promised you I was making these plans. So I'm going to do my duty and like be there. And then it's like they're not there. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I could have finished what I was doing if you were going to be 30 minutes late. Which, like, they get 30 minutes. Like, after 30 minutes, I'm like, bye, sis.
Yeah, 30 minutes after
not doing it.
that.
But
I
what
don't
if the
wanna sit
call,
there
though?
and
Because
wait.
sometimes they think the call gives them an extra 30 minutes.
No, that shit
So they
doesn't
call
work.
at 8:30.
Because we all
and
know
they
what
gotta
the
get another
call
30.
is.
They're on their way.
I'm literally walking out the door. Oh, are you?
But
Yeah.
see, what's funny, like with your, pre-COVID, with your job, if you were 30 minutes late, I mean, that might fly once or twice, depending on the job that you have. But if you keep doing that, you get fired.
Oh.
But
well,
like as a friend, you don't get fired.
Yeah.
and
right?
it's like when it comes to like professional timing, when I'm meeting my clients at properties and things like that, I give them 10 minutes. If you're not showing up in 10 minutes, like, hey, I have everything scheduled for you. They know that you're coming. I unfortunately got a skedoodle. I'm moving on to my next tour
Yeah.
that is going to value my time.
Flex.
Damn.
Yeah.
What if they call you and they're running late? Are you a little bit?
Okay, if there's like at least a little bit of like a heads up or a
Yeah.
grace period of like just the thought that goes behind it. It's just a small, simple thought.
Yeah.
But-
Now, it's easy for the girlfriends to get mad at, but what about dates and they show up late?
Yeah, no, that's a no for me.
I mean,
Like,
are you
big
going to leave? Or what are you going
no.
to do?
And
Yeah.
what is late? Is it like a 5 minute, or do you do the whole like if you're 5 minutes early, you're late?
I mean, like, that's my thought process because, like, I show up early. But for the most part, like, I make guys meet me on the first date. I'm like, no, you're not going to come get me. I'm not doing that.
Does anybody still do that?
Meet me there.
Did anybody pick anybody? You get picked up ever? Have
I
you ever
get guys that ask me all the time, like, do you want me to come by and get you? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know you. Don't really need.
Yeah, I've had
Flinger.
girls ask me. And I'm like,
To come get you?
Like what? Like no.
Oh.
To come get them.
Oh my God! I'm like,
Yeah.
this is probably why. Also, I'm single. 'Cause I'm not doing that.
Well, that would be. I'd be like,
Whoa.
no. Where are we going? Addison? Like, but I'm just like, well, we could Uber, like, or I'll get the Uber. Fine, but it's like, that the whole point is I don't want to. I'm not trying to drive outside of Dallas. All right.
No.
And if you live in Dallas, you should be able to, meet somebody somewhere.
Does anybody? I want to know. Does anybody do that anymore? Does anybody go pick the girl up?
I have before.
I picked
yeah.
up Heidi on her first date. I picked her up.
I
went to her
have.
house and picked her up.
I'll offer it, but I'm really hoping that it's declined.
It's like
You don't want me to come.
question.
You don't want me to come get you, do you?
Unless it is like, like come pick me up and it's like, all right, does this mean that the night can end well, right?
Yeah, all he's thinking about is, okay, so I'm gonna have to take you back. That's what's popping in his head. Like if I pick you up, if I gotta go to Irvin to pick you up,
Yeah.
shit.
I don't want to
gotta
take you back. And if I do take you back, like, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
like,
we know
What you saying? What you saying? What you saying, Brent?
I'm just saying, I hope you don't have, 20 pillows on your bed that we have to.
Oh, wow.
Are we getting into
Shots
pillow talk?
fired.
No,
Wow, we're
no,
going into
no,
pillow
no,
talk.
no.
But before we dive into it more, what do we got going on in here,
Oh,
man?
yeah.
We
'Cause
have.
Jesse's over there already like.
I just wanted.
Try it?
Yeah, I saw him.
Parched. I
Cheater.
had like a scratch in my throat, and I just had to,
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's been killing me this entire time. I want
Right.
to start sipping.
I've been wanting to, but
Well,
I'm just respecting the rules of the show, Jesse.
well, you know what? I'm sorry.
We've got 2 tequilas that none of us have ever tried. One was referred. G4 was referred, and then this is Miko. And I'd say let's taste them and see which one we like the best.
Are we bringing back the tequila challenge?
Yeah, this is a little bit different though because now we're really challenging ourselves because we don't know what this is. We don't know what it tastes like. We have no idea.
Yeah. This is kind of the we did a thing called the last tequila standing. And
just like the show Last Man Standing, it was canceled.
yes, and we ran out of tequilas basically.
Yeah, we
like
did.
all right, what are we gonna do
But
now?
actually, this place that's down the street from the studio here had, I would say, like 30 to 40 tequilas I'd never heard of.
Oh.
Yeah,
30 to 40.
But that's what you get when you're over kind of in like the Preston Hollow-ish. What is this like?
George Bush's
What is this area? What is this? Is this like
areas,
University Park?
Yeah.
Highland Park?
Whiteland.
University
Yeah, that's
Park.
what we call it.
Whiteland.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a recommendation that you guys have to get.
I'm listening.
It's called Ghost.
It's
Sorry.
called
Ghost.
fuck.
Fuck
I've been
Ghost?
trying to get a fuck.
Ghost.
I've
Ghost
ghosted
tequila.
too.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
I love
Is that the one with the
so
skull?
much.
Is that the skull? Oh,
No,
that's not-
I don't think so.
Actually,
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't
It's
know
like
if I've tried
a
it.
clear and it has like the black label and like. I'm not selling this well at all to you, but
Well,
it's
let me
good.
let me sell this well to you. Let's try G4
Okay,
and
okay.
Miko.
Okay, all right.
G4
We'll start with the
first.
G4.
G4.
Cheers.
Okay,
Cheers.
cheers.
Classified.
Cheers.
Class. There, you made the joke
Okay.
again.
Thank you.
Oh,
You say oof like
was
it's not a
oof.
good oof.
I don't really. There's not a lot of flavor.
It's
in that.
definitely a spicy. I got a very spicy flavor to it as well.
I can see why it's a little bit more clear than the other one.
Yep.
It's like it tastes closer to like a Blanco.
I agree to that.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, let's try Miko.
Miko.
Okay.
Mikosina.
This time, respond as if you want them to sponsor.
Actually, the shit is very good.
We're trying to be real here.
Oh
Like,
wow,
we
that is
wanna-
amazing.
we wanna get the
Really great.
There's a
respect.
far
Wow,
difference between the two
wow.
of these.
We
That is
really
great.
like G4 though.
Much better, much better.
I don't know which one.
I got a question
like
for
the
you. What
Miko.
are the price
The
points?
Miko.
What price point are we talking about right now?
All right, well, so remember, I also went to a very hoity-toity
Bougie.
place where I think that
Whiteland, yeah.
it was probably jacked
Everything's
up
more
10%.
expensive than Whiteland.
But I want to say it was about between 50 and 60
Really?
each.
Interesting.
Miko wins my heart.
Yeah, I like the Miko.
Juan,
Which one is this one?
that's
Miko.
that's Miko.
The Miko. Well, I kind of knew I was going to go with the darker.
No.
You know,
Wow,
shout out.
that's unlike you.
Dark Lives Matter.
That is unlike.
That's unlike you, Juan. That's more like me. Yeah, I think I'll just for sponsors' sake, I like G4.
You know, it's like people only do things because they get paid.
Yeah. No, I'll go
way.
Miko. Now I do want to try the añejo of the G4, but yeah, I like it. No, they're different. They're different than what we're used to.
Yeah.
I think they're good. I do have some Perrier if we want to put it in there to give it a little
something.
Yeah,
I think we spoil ourselves with I would say Casamigos. And also like Casia Azul, something that has a little more of a vanilla taste, kind of have a sweetness to it.
Yep.
And I've kind of gotten used to that as far as tequilas.
Yeah.
Not saying if anybody wants to sponsor that has more of a spicy type of flavor like this tequila.
And this one just seems like it screams summertime by the pool. So, you know what I mean? Where Jesse will be DJing. So
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all over the city.
Speaking of summer, man, this is the year of the butt cheeks. Have y'all ever seen that?
I think it's been
Year
the
of the
last.
butt cheeks?
It's been the last couple of
Yeah,
years,
it's
but
been- it's
you
been
know
the
what?
season for a
I
while.
was talking. I was
cheeks
talking.
are out.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about that the other day. It was like 5 years ago on Instagram where maybe 15 to 20% of girls like had some ass showing, and then if you go back 10 years, like
None.
5%, or like 1%, you know, and it was like damn, that girl's a hoe or whatever. You know, now it's like 5% don't have ass showing.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
And everyone has a fat ass now, and it's like to the point where like, is it going to be too much to where you're gonna revert back to like?
No such thing. Don't say that. Don't
Yeah,
even
please-
get the rest out of your mouth.
I'm just-
Don't
even
say
finish it.
that.
Don't even
Listen,
finish
no,
the
no,
sentence.
Don't say it.
I'm all about this. No. I wasn't saying going back to like
No
like-
asses?
No. I was
Yeah.
saying going
Like the
back.
80s ass?
No, I was
Yeah.
saying going back to like where you want like someone that's like covered up. Like the Instagram's all like
No.
covered up, no ass out.
You want to
No.
save it for
You'll
the
never-
imagination?
I mean, honestly, I feel like swimsuit companies don't give girls much of a choice anymore because they're all significantly smaller. Like all of the suits I bought this year, I'm like, oh, okay. So
This is what we're doing.
I guess
Ass
butt
out.
cheeks it is.
Yeah.
it's like literally ass out. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
Well, they used to call them like Brazilian cut back in the day. It was like Brazilian cut.
Right.
Now it's just the
Oh, yeah,
cut.
they-
It's
yeah,
just, it's
they-
just
that's
the
just what it
beginning.
is.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
what it is. It's like butt cheeks.
Right.
And I'm very, happy about it.
Oh,
I'm
for
very
sure.
excited. I'm
It's-
knocking my back over. So.
Well,
Butt
because
cheeks, oh
before
my
it
gosh.
would, you'd be at the pool and there'd be like two girls that had like their ass out, and you're like, damn. And now there'll be two girls that don't.
Yeah, he said, what's wrong with them?
So are you
know.
like saying damn to them though? Because it's like different. I mean, I'm just curious.
I boo. I actually boo. When
I
they walk
do.
past- when they walk past me, I go, boo. Where's your butt
Party
cheeks?
foul.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I am kind of like, why? I don't understand. Like, why are you going? Maybe you're trying to cover up just to be different. I don't know.
It's interesting though because it's like, are those more the people that like you're like instead of the girls that walk by and you're like damn, because every girl you walk by is like damn,
Right.
and then you can see one girl you're like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they all should be wearing. I think butt cheeks should be out.
They-
Period. I think everyone
So-
should, big, small,
Yeah.
whatever. Butt cheeks.
Get cheeky.
What are
Let 'em hang
we
it.
thinking though? Like if you're at the pool and there's a group of 6 girls and they're all same attractiveness,
Yeah.
5 of them walk by, ass out, right?
Yeah.
Then one of
Yeah.
them has like the high waisted,
Yeah.
like fully
Yeah.
covered. Are you like what's the first thought that pops in your head?
Like, do you
about
remember
her?
her?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot more to that situation. Like, is she hammered? Is she like all over the place?
Oh no! That's
Is she
all the
cool?
same. It's all the
Yeah,
same. I'm
yeah,
just
it's all
talking
the
about
same.
purely
All the
like
same.
what's the first thing like what do you think about like
I'm looking at
what do
the
you think-
eyes.
I was about to say, does it actually make you look at the girl instead of being like,
Yeah, 'cause
look at
they're
their
all-
body?
it's all the
Like,
same.
instead you're
Like,
just like,
oh.
and you're
What's
like,
the
oh
purpose of
wow,
having a
she's.
bikini on if I'm not gonna be looking at it? Might as well
I'm
just
probably
go-
thinking like, man, I bet I bet she's like not well groomed.
Oh,
I think she wants to hike. That's what I think. I think
Yeah,
she wants to hike.
That's the type of person
see a
that's like not
mountain
well
and some
groomed.
rocks and she
yeah,
wants to
she
climb
likes.
it.
She's like a hippie. She likes to
I'm like, I
hike.
high waisted swimsuits show that
She wants
these
to hike.
females are hikers now.
Yeah, they're hikers.
Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. It's just a
They wear.
question.
And they also wear tennis shoes with their bikinis too.
Yeah.
That is kind of a trend, like
Yeah,
that
what's
I've
wrong
seen
with
a
that?
lot.
Huh.
The tennis shoes with ass out. That's amazing.
Well, no, ass out. No, we're not talking about ass out. We're just talking about the ones that are covered up. Like, and I'm not talking about the Air Force Ones. I'm talking about they wear like those hiking tennis shoes.
Oh, yeah.
What
They'll
pool
wear-
are
they'll
you
wear- they'll
going
wear
to?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. What pool are you going to, Juan?
The ones that's not
Like in
the ones-
Montana?
The ones that not showing the ass cheeks. I not go to those. I only go to
What
the ones
pool
that
do
show
you
butt
go
cheeks.
to where like a girl's got like Wolverine boots on
And
like
hairy legs,
and like a
apparently,
cover up?
huh?
He said hairy
Yeah,
legs.
yeah. Juan's. I didn't know you've been to Colorado recently.
Member.
Yeah, it is Minver.
So we were I know we got on the tire and started talking about butt cheeks, but so which one we said the winner? The winner is going to be
Miko.
Miko. So Miko is the winner. of our
Miko
last
is
tequila standing.
the ass cheeks out. G4 is the
Yeah, that looks like
boots
an ass.
and high waisted.
Wow. There it is. That's honestly accurate.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the girls that's wearing the high waisted over the summer. I mean, do your thing. We're just playing with you.
Just
At least they're looking at your eyes instead.
Yeah, that's exciting. Unless you're wearing shades and
yeah, they're going to be wearing shades. They're at the pool.
Yeah, the future's very bright.
That's not true.
Oh
No?
no shades.
No shades. I
No?
can't have no.
Whoa, is this another?
Serving a look, and like shades, pools, splash, whatever, get dirty, fingerprint. That's not.
Oh, so you can't wear like good shades.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about wearing, like,
you can't be wearing your
expensive
Chanel shades.
Yeah,
like,
you-
it's
yeah.
a no.
no. Yeah.
No.
These are straight Target shades we're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe since
fan.
you're an influencer, you should do an influence line of like pool shades.
actually, it'd be kind of cool.
Like shades to be worn at Virgin that like, you don't
probably
care if
will
they get all
eventually
dirty,
lose.
or you'll probably lose. You're
Yeah.
definitely gonna lose because if you start anywhere during the day, and you're drinking and you're losing those shades for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
you know what? That's actually something to think about.
All right,
God,
there
I
you
wish
go.
I would have. We should have had this conversation like in the winter, so I could like ramp it up.
Hey, no better time than the present.
And probably not on YouTube,
Yeah.
where everyone can see it and take their ideas.
Great. Welcome to the club.
Oh, I found out that my remember that shoe idea that I came up with the heel, the reversible heel.
Oh, that's a thing.
It's already been
Yeah, it's already been taken. Yeah, someone DM'd and said already taken. So I came up with that idea like 15 years ago, but
Well, I had like 3 ideas that Donovan was like, "Yeah, I already have them," and I was like, "Oh, cool, fuck me."
yeah.
Who knew? So.
So one of the things we were talking about before, and we were mentioning friends. We were talking about being friends of someone in a relationship. We were talking about like, have you ever been like the confidant, of the person in the relationship? Because we all have friends that are in relationships, but usually there's always that one person that
That's
they
me.
kind of tell. It's
I
figured
knew it.
It just
That's
used to
me.
be you. Yeah.
I feel like we're not even that good of friends, but I would tell you like everything. You
Yeah.
just your structure, like,
Well, if you say, "Hey,
Yeah.
can you come over at 10?" She's gonna actually
Yeah,
be there.
she'll be there.
Yeah. I'm like,
You can
all
talk
right, let's
about
and
talk
if you
about
go
it.
like, "Hey, don't tell anyone,"
What are you talking about?
you probably have like a box of like, "Don't tell secrets." That you
That's
just,
why my
like,
hair's so long.
I like it.
So what makes you like qualified to be that friend? You know what I mean? Like why
Yeah.
do they pick you?
I feel like I'm like really good at listening to people because I always give them like good feedback, and I think very logically, and I think for their greater good. Like they know I'm not a selfish person. Like I'm not a very selfish person, and that's probably one reason why, like with timing, I'm so like prompt on my time because
Yeah.
like I also understand like the value of everyone else around me, and I'm not trying to disrespect that.
Right.
And I think that like kind of carries and bleeds into like all parts of my life. So people feel comfortable with me and like talking to me. I'm like mama bear to all my girlfriends. And I'm like on both sides of like the
Yeah,
equation
that's
as
what
far as being like the angel
Yeah.
or the devil.
That's what I was gonna ask
You know?
because I think in your scenario, you can't be one sided, right? You
No.
kind of have to get the facts, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're coming to me with a problem, like what are the facts so I can
Yeah.
assess the situation and give you,
Yeah.
good feedback.
And it's like crazy enough. I give like solid dating advice to like guy friends and girlfriends. And I'm over here like, well, what the fuck? Why can't I date? Like, wait, why can't I take my own advice?
Probably because you know all the you know all the secrets. You have all the.
I think
you
they're
have all the
just really
tools.
good at seeing things as they are and just like spelling that out to someone. So I think in the aspect of like being that friend to all my friends,
Yeah.
that's who I am.
Yeah.
Which is hard sometimes because I'm just busy with life. And I'm like, hey, do you have 5 minutes? I'm like, okay, first of all, sister, this isn't going to take
It's
5
not
minutes.
gonna take 5 minutes. Well, it's their 5 minutes. Remember,
God,
their 5 minutes.
exactly.
Yeah, their 5 minutes is
Hour and 5 minutes. Just
Hour
add
and
an hour to it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I work in the favor for the most part of like significant others. Because like, I also am a lover and I like enjoy like seeing that and seeing my friends happy. So obviously I want them happy and
Yeah.
I want the significant other to like step up to the plate and like show us all like, yes, I can make this person happy. But then sometimes like when they don't, I mean, like they hate me almost instantly. And
The
I'm like,
significant other.
yeah.
They
Kind of,
sense
it's
it,
like they have like the sense for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that they're like, oh shit, this is gonna be the friend that's gonna see right through my bullshit.
and it's hard because like there's a fine line between like ruining someone's parade, you know, because they're so excited and they're like, oh my God, I found someone and it's so great. And you're like, take off the fucking rose-colored glasses that you're wearing to the freaking virgin pool.
Yeah. It's gonna get all
Take
wet
those cheap glasses off.
I still have those.
And leave them behind because they're disposable.
Honey, I need you to see what's in front of you right now.
Yeah.
I think it's always easier to see something when you're not in it, though.
I agree.
1,000%.
And I agree with you.
1,000%.
You
So
know?
it's like, yeah, I can give great advice to Brent, but when I'm in it,
Yeah, it's
like,
when you're the one.
That's
When you're the one having the sex and
Yeah,
being
dick
in
vision.
love and all that, it's
stigmatized, all that shit.
Dick vision.
it's totally different
Can't
thing.
see the dicks in the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's
Juan, there's
slapping you.
more than just dick. There's vagina too.
Okay, yeah, that
Well,
too.
my dick is in the way.
Oh. Wow. Then that's
hold
a
on,
reference.
Hold on, is that your dick? You're like that close to your
Not
own?
actual size.
Oh, okay.
I would be a single person. I'm telling you, if my penis looked like this. Yeah, that's just, I've been a porn star. Or
You
something.
were looking at all kinds of ways right now.
I'm looking at the angles, man.
I would say if your dick looked like RoboCop over here, you would be single for sure. If it was silver
robo
with
dick.
black. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it is. But see, that's the thing about being the friend though, or the confidant, is that you can see it from
No.
another angle, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like you have to. I guess if they come to you, but you also have to pick and choose when you step in with advice too, right?
Well, yeah, because I feel like that's the art of also knowing your friends, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm a very blunt person. I'm cut and dry. You can tell me how it is, and I'm like, cool, got it. Like, not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to be offended. Can take your, like, criticism or your advice and, like, still, like, appropriately move how I want. But then I have some friends where, like, you try to tell them how things are.
Yeah.
And it, like, totally...
Just backfires on you.
Oh my God, it's like you ruin all of them and you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, where's my super glue? Let me put you back together. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that to you. So it's like, I think knowing your boundaries with your friendships and then understanding their boundaries with their new significant other and going about a way of navigating how you can effectively talk to someone. Because I also think that if you start talking to someone and they're not receptive to it, they're closing you out and they're doing the exact opposite of what you're trying to tell them. They're like rebelling against you.
Well, I was
Even if they come to you with it, or
I think so.
Yeah, because
I mean, honestly, I do that to people.
Right,
like when
but-
I'm like, hey, so what would you do here?
right, because I think for the most part, I would say 85% of the time when people ask you for advice, they're wanting you to tell them what they want to hear.
That's exactly right.
They're wanting you to confirm in their head that they've been.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear the like. Actually, no. Here's what I really think, and
The
then it's
honest
like,
truth.
fuck, right,
Right.
Which I think you gotta. It depends on what kind of friend you want to be, but I think those are the friends that, are the valuable ones there.
I agree. And at the end of the day, everyone's going to inevitably do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
I just love being that friend that's like,
Yeah.
told ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also hard though
damn.
because you're getting
Yeah.
one side of the story as well.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
if you're getting if you're like, so say if I'm going through something and I go to Brent, so he's hearing from me
Right.
Right.
my side of the story
Yeah.
and he doesn't see all the other
Right.
stuff, you know?
Right.
So that's very
So
hard because you can't always
hold that
just-
though. Hold that thought because I do want to get into that more along the lines of when you're in a relationship, like
Yeah.
how much info to give people,
give
right?
them,
Because
yeah.
you can't be
Okay,
giving
yeah.
people all your shit,
No.
right? But I think that in a scenario of being like level to looking at both sides, I think the part is not getting emotionally invested in their stuff, right? Which is hard to do if it's a person that you love and a friend. You're gonna care.
I think
But-
it's also that like boundary that you have to set for yourself with any of your friends. Because like stuff like that can turn toxic really quickly, and then that bleeds in to your relationship with your friend because all they
Yeah.
want to do is use you as like a punching bag or a soundboard of like, this is what happened today, blah blah blah, and you're like, okay, well, like you are not listening to anything I've said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you're going through this, but at this time, like, you have to harbor this storm all on your own. And, like, obviously I'm always here for you, but, like, I cannot invest any more of my, like, mental thought process into this.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
It was Drake.
I was feeling. I was
Drake-
like,
Drake
dude, Drake's
agrees.
so that kind of scared me for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Drake's gonna come in at some point.
Has it
Forgot
ever
about that.
has it ever backfired on you? Like as far as like someone comes to you and they tell you about the situation, and then you give the advice, and they might go back to the boyfriend or whatever and say that you said some stuff about it. Like,
tells them verbatim what I said, and then they come to me and they're spicy, you know, like Latino spicy man, and he like comes up to me and is like, "So what did you say to my girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Woo, woo, woo." I don't know. But honestly,
see, that's on that.
Yeah,
that's on the friend. Like, what the fuck? Like,
up.
if any of us come and ask each other for advice and then go back, like,
what Brent said.
It's like a code. Like a friend code.
So how did that friendship end up with you and them?
I mean, to be honest, I ended up like I was like, yeah, you're right. I did say that about you, and I don't think that you're the best fit for my best friend. That's my best friend. I owe nothing to you.
Right.
And I think what you're doing to her is fucked up.
Yeah.
Inevitably, they're not together anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, and like, it hurt because at that point, I kind of had to mute myself with her because I understood that like it doesn't matter what I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? This will inevitably play out.
Yeah.
The way it will play out.
Yeah.
And it happened. And obviously, she's like in a much better place now.
Yeah.
And thriving. And I'm like, yes. You know, and it's hard because like it's hard to say to my girlfriends like, you've lost your sparkle. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You're flat. Yeah, you're flat. It's not working out. And,
yeah.
You've lost your nest.
Yeah. And no one, and as a friend, you don't want to see it happen.
It breaks your heart.
But it does. But I mean, at the same time, like, we all either have gone through it, will go through it, or need to go through it to get to the other side, right? So it's kind of like, well, you know, just like it's like a kid. Like let him fall down. Yeah. He's gonna scrape his knees, and then he'll know.
To do that myself.
Right. He'll know how it feels.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where it was the other side, where you thinking that they might be too good for them, or they're not ready to be in a relationship with the other person? You know, like you're not ready for him, or he might be, you know, not, you know,
he's
like
out of her league.
Yeah, like you know, have you ever a situation where you're like you're not ready for him? You know what I mean? Like you're not ready to be in the type of relationship that he wants you to be in. Like, have you ever like kind of took that side? Have you ever been in that situation where you've had to take that, or are you willing to take that situation? Like, if you have that situation, are you willing to like be brutally honest and be like, you know what, like he's almost like he's too good for you?
I feel like that's a harder conversation to have.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, it's like basically spelling out to your friend, like, hey, you're not good enough.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, how do I fall short?
Yeah.
I would hate if someone told me that to be like, oh, okay.
Because guys do it to each other all the time. Like,
really?
Guys, oh, yeah, we'll call it.
Okay,
like,
maybe that's different.
Yeah,
I
guys will
like
call each other out.
Females just are, I don't mean this in like a bashy way, but it's like females are like put together for the most part, like as far as for the most part, you know? You get more fuck boys than you get, I think, fuck girls. Unless you disagree.
Keep going. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, wow. Am I walking into like
No. I would.
You're our guest. Go continue.
Oh, no. Okay.
If we were in any other city, I would agree with you.
Really? Anyway, another time.
Continue with,
But it's just like, I feel like for the most part, all of my girlfriends, I should say, I'll speak on behalf of all of my circle of friends. The females that I surround myself with are all entrepreneurial females.
Yeah.
And like, none of us really grew up with anything, and we all built our way to where we are today.
Yeah.
So it would be hard for me to look any of them in the eye and be like,
yeah,
honestly, he's not good enough for you. Because like I'm still waiting for the good enough men to show up. Because I feel like they dumb their wants down to make it work for a guy for the sake of just being with someone.
Yeah.
And like feeling that way. And I'm like, and even in my like scenario, like when is someone going to sweep me off my feet where I'm like, holy shit, this guy inspires the fuck out of me. He's doing things. He's going places. Like, that's never happened. They all have been like, wow, tell me more about like how you do like Instagram marketing and stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to teach you what I've learned.
We
like,
can't talk about it then. We're going to talk about her off the air about that.
Yeah.
We can't talk about Instagram marketing. Scratch that down. Write that down.
Yeah.
Write that down. Can't do that. Can't do that. Yeah.
Don't have her sweep us off our feet.
I die.
Yes.
Okay.
And no Instagram.
Yeah, no Instagram.
Our feet will be
no.
So you're saying
I was
that
literally about to ask.
every guy that you meet or go out with is like
a dud?
shell shocked by you? Like they're like, holy shit, like.
Yeah.
Interesting. Every guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, do you think there's got to be a guy out there or guys, multiple guys that don't feel that way, but maybe you haven't given them a chance, or where are they coming at you from? Obviously, like I'm sure DMs, like I know you said you don't do dating apps and stuff,
no,
right?
I could not do that.
So like.
But even like
obviously
going
this
on a
last
first
year,
date, they're like, "Tell me about you."
Yeah.
And then
That's a great.
I agree.
Shout out to Connell Barrett. He said that last
agree.
week.
But then all of a sudden, it's like, I don't know. You just start seeing them like kind of like get lost, and they're like, "Wait, and they're like, "Wait, and I understand that they're interested.
You do a lot of shit though.
And I understand that they're interested, and like I guess if I never met someone like that either, but like I want to meet someone that equally like. When I'm like, well, what do you do? They tell me, and I'm just like,
so you guys are like just tennising back
whoa.
and forth, like all the.
You know, like I'm not about that. Yeah. I just want to be on a level with someone where I'm like, whoa, okay, you got your shit together, and this is cool.
You want to be inspired. You want to have some.
I do want to be inspired, you know, and it's like leading the team that I lead, and just like, and my professional environment. Like so many people are like, you're so inspirational. You motivate me,
right? And
I'm like. Okay, well, surely in a relationship, you want your partner to inspire and motivate you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know.
You're not inspired.
No.
And you're saying that
obviously I'm dating the wrong men. So.
Right.
But,
so what's the first thing that you like set out to look for? Like what was the first thing? You're like, I want.
Well, first they have to have like a personality. Like
that's the very first thing.
Right.
The first, yeah, because like, you know, you got to be like, okay, this person's not like, what's that saying? A bump on the log or what? I'm not good with sayings.
Yeah.
Is that
bump
what it is?
Yeah.
You know, where it's just
you know
like.
what they say about people that don't know how to say things?
What? They're pretty?
I know.
Hey, do not call her
We
pretty.
wouldn't call you that.
Do
Write
not
that down
call
too.
her
Don't
pretty.
call me pretty.
We would not call you that. Well, but these days where everything is so virtualized, especially through Instagram and, you know, and the dating apps or whatever, like everyone says that, but like, let's be real, everyone's really looking at looks first because you can't really see personality through any of that until you're in person.
That's the first thing that catches your eye. You're going to see a guy and be like, oh.
That's my problem, though, is on dating apps, I feel like it's so visually driven that for the most part, I don't find someone attractive based off of the way that they look. I find someone attractive based off of like when I sit down and I talk to you,
right.
Are you going to captivate me in a way where I'm like, oh my God, wait, what time is it? Oh my God, how long have we been here?
So
and
you're like
you
shallow hell. you that's the first thing you see.
Sorry, yeah. I hear that from women all the time, and when I hear that, I'm like, fuck, I must be unattractive and dull. Damn. For me personally, only because it's like women always say it's not about looks, it's about the mental side, and I'm like,
no, wait, but
I feel like I have a good personality.
I can combat you.
Nobody likes me.
I can combat you with that, and I'm gonna just go ahead and fucking say it.
You can keep that one on y'all side.
Say it.
I mean, like most people when they see me on social media, they're like, "Oh my gosh, she's like an influencer. She's like this like influencer model."
Yep.
Then they meet me and they get really fucking creeped out when they start like looking at me and they're looking at my hands and they're looking at me and they're looking at my hands and they're like. And I'm like, you didn't know I had one hand. Cool. So like, it's the same kind of thing. Like that's like a very like surface thing. And the way someone looks is a surface
for sure
quality. And like, I hate that because like I've dealt with that my entire life.
Yeah.
And so like for me, I'm like, you know, that really fucking sucks. Just because I have one hand and choose to be this way, I am this way, but I have a personality.
Yeah,
and, like,
for sure.
I have a life that I've lived that's honestly a cool life. But people
but they
don't
can't
really
get
care.
they can't get past
They can't
that,
get
right?
past it.
Well, I think two things. One, we live in the most superficial city in the fucking world, and I've said it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, LA, but like I still think LA's got so many different parts.
Yeah, I just say LA's so big.
This city, Dallas,
so small.
If you were to take superficialness by per capita, like we
it's like
we
strip
win.
clubs.
And I think the other aspect of what I was gonna ask you when you said like the sitting down and talking, but how often does a guy that's interested in you interested in him, have that opportunity to sit down and talk with you before like to even get a date, right? Because everything is so virtual. Everything like where are you gonna be at where you're having this conversation with someone that captivates you to where you're like, oh yeah, I would go on a date with you, unless you're already on that date.
Maybe that's why I'm like honestly really single, because like it's like
you're always so busy.
The opportunity is always missed, because it's like if it's not gonna be that first swipe where it's like, okay, now I can initiate a conversation with her, like,
or
it doesn't happen. I like meeting people in real life, and like I think that's what's so hard, is because now we like live in a generation where everything's done on your phone,
right? It's hard,
and although like I capitalize on that,
right,
you know, in so many different ways, it's like as far as dating goes, or even just like networking and meeting people, like you can't like draw someone in by like, oh, if you say this, like it's a zappy, you know, little.
Well, I'll tell you what, most of the
Yeah.
time you can't draw someone in or even get the hint to go up and say anything, because even when we're out and doing stuff, we're still doing this, right?
Yeah.
Still on our phone. So it's just what I was saying, like I was getting at that to where like there's two ways to meet people, either virtually, online, through this, right, which is all aesthetics,
Yeah.
or out in the wild. But in that scenario, you're either, I mean, I guess if you're at a coffee shop, but it's like, do you want them to come talk to you? You're at the store, or you're on a date, or you're out with your friends. So like those opportunities are going to be limited, because it's going to take a certain guy to come.
See, and I think
up
that
and
speaks
hit on you.
volumes, you know, because it's like that person's bold enough to be like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm going to take the opportunity.
Yeah.
And if it goes nowhere, I'm not really that invested in this. But if it goes somewhere, get a date out of it.
Yeah.
But I will say that we're all on a podcast, right? So someone can hear you and hear what you're all about. Someone can hear Brent and hear what is all about, what we're all about, and you can kind of
that doesn't go well
learn.
for me. So that doesn't go well for me.
Okay, so I will say this: Brent kind of plays up to a character a little bit.
Does he?
A little bit.
Does he?
A little bit. We've had conversations.
Oh, boy.
He's a little bit more
I am
genuine than
everything
he
you say
tries
I
to
am.
feed on.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
he,
but that was Slim Shady. That wasn't Marshall Mathers.
he is. And I
true.
am.
Yeah.
It's good. Wow.
To his point, Christiana's always like, Brent's such a good guy. And I'm like,
Brent is a good guy, and sometimes he feels like he has to play a part a little bit because.
Well, somebody has to,
keep
because
things-
Look at the show.
they're both in relationships, and otherwise we'd just be sitting here talking about how
No, not
great of a husband he
necessarily.
is and
he
how
feel
great
like
of a boyfriend
he has
he is.
to
Yeah.
make a
somebody's got to be
comment
the
here and there,
fuckboy
and
a
you
little
know,
bit.
kind of.
But yeah, I know I get everything that you're saying. I just think that we've made it to the point where it's almost like old pastime to go up to somebody in person, right?
Here's the thing, and I'm looking at your Instagram right now, and I think you talk about the type of guy that you say that you want to come and inspire you and be this amazing
Oh,
guy.
you're going to slap me with
boy.
something.
No.
boy.
I'm
Oh,
just
boy.
gonna. I'm not saying I'm that guy, but I'm just saying that a guy like that, I'm sure he's like you, busy, making moves, making things happen, inspiring other people. People are looking for him for everything. He's always on the phone or texting saying, "Hey, I got people," and I think he can look at this and go, like your photos are great. I mean, your photos are on point, and I think he's like, like she might be a lot of work.
Oh, boy. Wow. There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, okay, and now this is just him thinking like,
This isn't real, though.
that's the thing. But
but-
that's what he sees.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
reason
that's what
why I
he
say that,
sees.
because I'm married to someone who I pretty much said this is not gonna work because I looked at her Instagram. I was like, I don't have time for this. Like I was like, I don't have the time.
You're
for
not
this.
wrong. Like
Yeah.
there was a guy that recently actually I met on Instagram. He reached out to me and I'm like,
I mean, look at that.
where's
Look at
this
that photo.
going?
Like
Yeah.
That is a
he's
great
probably
photo.
Like I don't really have time.
Yeah.
Not time
Well,
for
and
you.
I
but
know
you know what I mean?
that like this Nichola
And he's
is
gonna be
not
he's gonna be like, damn, like what garage is that?
yeah, it's
You
like
know?
what empty garage is she?
What garage is she at?
where did she park her car?
Yeah,
She's
where's her
sitting
car
there.
at? Where's all the cars?
And what happened
Oh, wow.
here? Like, why'd she fall?
She fell. She did fall.
She's
She had a
clumsy.
moment. She had too
So,
much
I
tequila.
mean, these are amazing photos, but I can see someone going,
Look at my friends.
yeah,
They slay.
I just don't have the time. He's thinking that you got 8 billion dudes. He's thinking that you're being flown all over the world in Dubai.
LOL, I wish.
You're in Tulum,
Yeah.
doing the whole Tulum thing.
Yeah.
How the fuck you in Tulum?
Yeah.
You're in Tulum doing all of that. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't. She's gonna be on her phone the whole time. He's already imagining the date.
And see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not a phone person
I know,
when I'm with someone.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, though. We say Instagram isn't real life, but yet it is. It is
a window into your life.
It is everything.
To the wall.
And I like. Because I mean, if you were to meet a guy and he had 20,000 followers or whatever, and then he's got all these
his shirt off,
and all these and
posing in front of his Maserati,
you might be like, oh, I don't want it, but that's
just like a show, it's like his performance.
It's a bit,
but we both sides do it. I think guys get judged a little bit more harsh.
They do
for what we do because the girl's like, oh, that's a fuckboy, and it's like, wait, like what? Yeah. Like I don't. So wow. I think it's just it's a give and take though. Like there are, again, going back to the two sides of the story, Jesse, right? There are two sides. Yeah. And I think it's got to be met in the middle, otherwise it's going to be like, an uneven game, unfair game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you do anything different with your Instagram.
No, you don't have it. You don't have your ass out or anything like the girls we were talking about.
Yeah, I looked. There are no butt cheek photos.
I don't even have cleavage photos. I have one cleavage photo. That's it.
That's why I didn't scroll over here.
I don't fucking show shit.
Very tasteful.
Yeah.
You have a, but
my parents are on Instagram, so I gotta
Yeah.
Shout out to your parents. But your Instagram does if I were to look at it, it's like, oh, like you'd probably you'd have to have it together to holler at you, right? Mm-hmm. You can't just be.
No geek off the street.
I was just about to say, it can't be the geek off the street. You got to be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Shout out.
That's where you're in a regulator.
Lost boys. Yeah. Lost boys. Yeah. So I've got where I was going with that.
No, we were going down the path of. We really were going down the path of the friendship with relationship. No. That was really good because that was real. Like you got real about. Yourself and like the things that you go through, and I mean that's valid, right? I mean, I'm sure there are people that deal or that meet you thinking one thing and then fuck them. That sucks. You don't want to be cool with them anyways, right?
That's hard too because I feel like a lot of people like draw accusations of like being superficial or being super fake, and like that's not me either. So it's like they get a whole psych, I guess, when they do meet me because. Like, oh, this is someone probably has no personality.
Well, you know what you could do? You know what you could do to combat that? Take a really shitty, goofy picture and post it.
It's like the bane of my existence, though, because it just doesn't.
Right. But see, then that would show. But that would show everybody like, oh shit, like.
I see that sometimes, and sometimes that looks fake. They go,
it was like
at me,
plotted.
I'm goofy. Don't see, I'm like everybody else.
I feel like stories give people the opportunity to see someone's real truth.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And like I keep it real on my stories. Like I'm even bitching about things in my car. I'm like, seriously, this is where we're at right now.
Yeah,
so
I do think you're right.
I feel like you can pivot a little bit with that.
We've had someone on the pod before that said something similar, like, "This is not me. This is not the real person who I am."
It's a production.
But as we got to talk, and they are that person.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay, wait. So am I like that too?
No. I'm just saying that we had someone before that said the same thing. Well, that's not the real me, and I'm not that way, and this and that. And it's like, turns out that they pretty much were the person.
I think that's like my Gemini side, It's like
I
got like
a
the aesthetically pleasing Nichola, and then I got like the real Nichola.
Okay.
And they both exist.
I've been called a real Nichola before.
Nope. Not gonna give you that. Nope. Hit it, Jesse. Hit it. Yeah.
Just didn't land.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so
Ryan thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it.
That makes sense. To go back to, you said the personality, right? That was number. Okay. So what's number 2? We brought it full circle back to the.
If you say make me laugh, I'm gonna get off this pod and walk away.
That is honestly, personality.
I think like their motivation, mm-hmm. like they don't even have to necessarily be successful. Like they don't have to make a shitload of money, but like it's the motivation behind like what they're doing right now. Like, are you a motivated person?
Yeah.
Or like I think it's crazy. I'm like, do you love what you do?
Yeah.
Do you know most of the times they're like, fuck no. And I'm like,
most people in this life don't like what they're doing.
To me, that's like, I'm like, what?
Yeah, and it is crazy, but I think that you're one of the few lucky people,
mm-hmm.
I agree. Like, I think more often than not, they say that they hate their jobs or they hate what they're doing or it's enough to like pay my bills.
Right.
And, you know, that's like really, that's sad to me because, again, that's like one of those things. Like, I could choose to live a life like that. I could have like worked a normal job. I was flat broke for a really long time until I got to the place where like I could be successful and I like worked my ass off to get there. It's like I made that sacrifice. And I think that like to just hear someone willing to make that kind of sacrifice like shows a lot about someone. It shows like their determination. It shows just who they are as a person. It shows a respect for themselves. Like, you know, I have to do this for now because I want better for myself.
Yeah.
So I think like motivation's like probably my number 2.
So could you date a guy that was in the middle of that process of sacrifice, going kind of going for their dream?
Yeah.
To end up, but he's at a level where he's making nothing.
Yeah, I mean, because like it's the drive behind that that like
That's fair.
you know you can hype, and like that's honestly maybe even better because like you can experience the entire ride, like, you know, or the journey, like you can see him from start to finish and like be there for the entirety of it and be like, wow, look at what you did, look what you built. And, like
that guy looks at her Instagram is not going to approach you.
fuck.
Yep.
He's not.
Nope.
Because
I'm gonna take it down.
I've been that guy.
Yep,
I've been that guy
too.
many times in my life, and if I looked at there and go, nah.
Well, let's think about some of your friends. Would some of your friends, like the girls that were in that one picture, where it was like 6 of you, could they do it? Could they date a guy that was in that position?
That's still building.
Come up, yeah. He's on the
Yeah.
come up, yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming
Yeah.
up, like he hasn't,
Or
he hasn't got there yet.
Or if you were seeing a guy like that, would they approve and
Yeah.
would they not be like, oh?
I think so because like the thing is
Jake from
again,
State Farm.
stop.
And the khakis.
What is he wearing?
Ditch the polo. No, because like I think that there's like that mutual respect amongst all of us because we're all in the same, you know, time in life, phase in life where like we are creating things, and like that's I think what aligns us all as girlfriends because it's like we're all trying to figure out how to ultimately achieve success for us by us. You know, so I think that they all can give everyone that grace, and when they see that, like they can appreciate it because like we've all been there. And sometimes some of the girls like even give the guys the opportunity to like date them and be with them that don't even have the motivation, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Kind of piggyback.
you're gonna be the breadwinner the entire time that you're with this person.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that's when obviously then like the brutal truth comes out, and you're like, all right,
just kind of pivoting back to what Jesse was saying. How important is it that your friends approve who you're dating?
I think it's really important. But above my friends, like I care what they have to say, but it's like my mom.
Ooh.
She can ruin fucking anyone's life.
Yeah.
Like if my mom doesn't approve, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't unhear that.
Yeah.
I'm like, great.
But more about your friend. I'm of course mom's always gonna have
But my
Mom
but-
is the
friends-
number one for
Yeah,
women.
but as far as friends, like
It's
how
hard,
important,
like-
and that's the key. How important are they to approve? Not necessarily say fuck him, get rid of him, but just like how important to them that they should like him. Like how much are you putting
Obviously
into like
important.
I want you to like him.
No,
but
yeah,
they
that's
don't,
not gonna work
Are you
if
gonna
they
break up with
don't.
him if they don't care for him too much?
But
I
what if they don't see what you see?
Yeah, and it's like
That's
like
important
competition
What if his
Because
penis
am I-
what if his dick is in the way? You can't
But
see
what
him.
if I'm wearing those glasses and I can't see it right? You know, it's like if everyone else around me is telling me something and it's all the same thing, like,
Yeah.
well, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, it would probably make me reevaluate where I'm at, like, as far as that goes. But, I mean, also, I fall victim to being that person that's like, when I ask for advice,
You
like,
don't.
I'm going to fucking do what I'm going to do anyway, so like, I
Yeah.
don't care. I'm like, you're still going to be my friend. I know this.
Yeah. You're not. It's not a him or me type thing. You know what I mean? They're like, we're leaving if you keep dating him. Like, you're not gonna.
No,
deal with
and
it.
I've never been maybe in that scenario where it's like that extreme.
Yeah.
So maybe it's hard for me to like really tell you the answer to that. But like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. What about old like a relationship that you know it's time for them to move on? Like, have you ever had that conversation with your friends? Say, it's time. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, because it's like,
It's worn out.
what are we doing here? Like, you
Or if
want,
they get back together,
And then they get back
or
together.
they keep getting back together.
Oh man.
Yeah. How many
I
times are you
hate
supporting? How many
that.
times are you supporting
Wow, so
them?
Never.
you don't
They gonna cry to-
support recycling?
That doesn't work for anyone. You break up, I think, once you're kind of like, okay, well, this is probably going to happen again at some point. It's like lying.
Do you tell them that?
Yeah, but again, like, I'm like, do it what you want.
Mm-hmm.
However, this is how I see it.
Yeah.
And again, it's always been right.
It always proves itself out.
It does.
And are they allowed to come back and cry again on your shoulder? Like, are you going to let them come back again?
Yeah, of course, because, like, I'm not a shitty friend, but, like,
Is that being shitty, though? I mean, it's like you emotionally, like connect with them and you tell them, hey, this is not working. They go, yeah, you're right. And then they go and fucking do it again and then come back. I get offended. I'm offended at this point.
Well, the problem is all that shit that they or you or y'all talked about that person, and then they come back around and you're like, like, we said all this stuff thinking I was never gonna see him again, and
that's the worst part. And then
now
they tell them and
suck all those words back up to.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I think that like ties into like timing of it. You know, so it's like I'm not gonna give you as much time as I gave you the first go around of this because like we've already been there, done that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a very small window that like we can talk about this, and then it's like, sister, we're done. Like let's talk about something else. Yeah. I can't talk about it. It's upsetting me.
Yeah. Do all your friends in relationships do they expose a lot of things about the relationship?
No, they hide it. Of course, they tuck it under the bed, and then they don't tell you it until most of the time it's over with.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and then this happened, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Why did you not say that?
But is that better, or is it if they just kept telling you everything, you'd be like, whoa,
yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, what if some of it's just, daily, we're talking about like minor stuff, not like anything physical or anything crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
But we're just talking about just shit. And
just when they're being fucky,
yeah, fucky. But like if they told you that every time, you'd be like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah, I mean, then I guess at some point you'd kind of be like, oh, that's a little petty. We're talking about this every day, kind of thing. But no, I mean, like, I don't know. In the same breath, I kind of wish they would because they know where you stand with it,
Yeah.
So they know that if they start like pointing those things out,
yeah,
that they're only winning your argument.
Yeah, because if you're like so against like he should never put his hands on you, you should never do this, and if they know that happened, they're not going to tell you.
Hell no.
Because they know you're either might go over there and try and beat his ass, or they know that you're going to be like, no, he's not allowed to come over here. Like
they know I'm going to give them that look.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yeah, that's what I
know. Yes, I do know. She told me. Yeah, she told me.
Kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think they like try to like not have that ever happen to them until the very end when they're like, okay, it's over. It's
yeah.
like,
why do we do that in relationships? How it's like we're so upset and then we talk to our friends, but then we still try to protect them and sugarcoat the other significant other, even though we're coming to them venting, but we still trying to protect them at the same time.
Because you're coming to them wanting hoping that they'll tell you like, oh no, they are great or whatever, And when they don't, it's it'll be like when somebody even says something like, oh, I'm getting fat or whatever, and you go, yeah, you are, like, whoa, like, you know what I mean?
You almost agree with me.
Yeah, and but
you tell me I'm beautiful,
right? Because they don't really want to. They don't want to know their baby's ugly, but it is, and they do know it, but they don't want confirmation of it.
They don't want it spelled out,
right?
Yeah,
and especially in that scenario, and because if they agree with you, then they're basically writing it,
Yeah, because they know you can't come back from it.
Yeah.
You can't come back
Everybody
from it.
wants love to win and love to work, know? So it's like, I think we honestly all as human beings go in with this positive mindset that like, this could be the one.
Yeah.
I don't know. See how it goes. And like, nobody wants to like go into something and be like, well, I mean, this is maybe going to last 3
weeks. Yeah, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Probably not going to last based off my record.
But how long do you support a bad relationship? How long do you support a relationship that you
all right,
know is
so
not
what
going
is,
anywhere?
so define bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A relationship that you know that, okay, it's hit a plateau. It's not going anywhere. There's a breakup, get back together.
What if there's one that isn't hitting a plateau, but you just know, like, I mean, that if that goes any further, it could lead to,
I think that's based off of like patterns. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like if someone's like, Joey came home last night and he was drunk again, just like last weekend, and it's like, oh, okay, one. And it's like, and then when
taking score,
when something starts happening often enough that you're like, whatever.
Fucking Joey.
Fucking Joey.
I guess I'm Joey.
Joey.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Keep going. No, I agree with you though. The patterns though.
Yeah. So it's like I think once there's a pattern that's built in something, like that's when it's like, okay, so like let's just circle back around to this. This is not the first time that like you've mentioned this.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we like? Let's pulse check that. What do we think about that? Like, is this? Are we sure we want this?
I'm sorry, I can't see you. Penis is in the way.
Well, I mean, think about it. Man, you were loving this RoboCop's dick. Well, think like if you just go to like business, if I'm a sales manager and I have a sales rep and we get to this point in the deal and he loses it every time on this, correct? It's still they get fired, they get let go, and it just is it's business, right? But in a relationship, when sex is involved, or and other shit like things kind of get drug on or looked past. But the pattern, and maybe that's where it all comes down to is like just calling out the pattern or talking about the pattern. But but I don't know, man. Some people.
I mean, people can't deny a pattern when you start like kind of giving them the facts behind it. Where you're just like, this is not the first time you brought it up. Like they know that too.
Yeah.
They can't try and back talk it and be like, well, this time was different. It's like,
but
no,
but then maybe
it's not.
or is it maybe like, well, maybe you like that pattern because you clearly like
some
it.
people like toxic behavior.
Or they pull the whole, well, that was kind of on me. Like I made him angry. I know that he doesn't like this, and I did it, and that's why he did that. Just start giving excuses of why it happened.
Here's the reverse too: is when you start sticking up for your friend, and they don't say that. And then you start realizing when you're in those environments and those scenarios, you start seeing your friend acting like a fool. And you're like, whoa, I'm getting this a lot different now. I'm like, actually, you're the one making a mess.
You're the one, And
right? That's, I can't master that yet. Because I'm like, how do you tell someone when they're a complete, like a complete mess like that?
You're the one that's fucking this up.
I think guys do a better job at that. Funny to say, like guys do a better job at that with their homeboys.
I agree.
About because most of the time, because a guy will see like if a guy's got a good girl, for the most part, they'll be like, man, that's a good one. Hold on to her. So when you see your dude being a fucking idiot, you'll be like, yo, man, like
don't.
Yeah, what are you doing? You got like
you check them.
You got one of the last few left or whatever, stuff like that. Where a guy will do that. I don't know how much girls do that.
No, they don't. They hurt each other's feelings instead.
They go, fuck
that's
him,
hard.
Fuck the other guy. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. That would never happen. But
well, it probably does. But
I mean,
I always think about the part of like you have those conversations, or she might have it with a group of y'all, and all you guys agree he's a jerk. He's an asshole.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. It's over.
He's just an account executive. He doesn't even know the company.
He told me his dick was little anyway.
Yeah.
And so you go through all that.
Like this.
And then she's like, yes, right, I'm done. And you're like, yeah, girl, let's go girls' night out. Let's go do it. Yes. Shots. And then a week later, she disappears. You're like, where is she? Yeah. Look up. And then all of a sudden on Instagram, she's snugged up, huddled up on him. And now you're like, now fuck. Now we got to go back to and forget. They got to do the whole like Men in Black Juan thing. And we got to forget everything.
Here, use this. The Men in Black.
Not the penis. Can't use the penis. That's my penis. My dick, man. I can't. That's not going to make anybody forget nothing.
That'll be the last time. That'll be the last time I grab Juan's dick.
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
Whoa.
Well, I've had that mic before.
Anyway.
But so what do you do on that?
Yeah, so it's like
do that whole thing.
And now you gotta forget everything and be happy. Now she's like, y'all, like, why are y'all acting like this? Like, why are y'all being this way? I love him. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, we put on our Instagrams, you do you, but like, do you.
Some random meme and say, read it twice.
Yeah. It's like when I disappear and I'm like, hey, I'm really busy. I don't.
Yeah. I think you disappear when it's like.
I've tried giving you my 2 cents.
Yeah.
You're not taking it. You're spiraling, doing your thing. You're back. Yeah. You're hot and you're cold. You're hot and you're cold.
When they're being dumb, basically.
Yeah.
I'm out. See ya.
What, Jesse?
Nothing. She was gonna say hot and cold. I was gonna say shout out Katy Perry.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Anyways,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's why I didn't say that.
Is that a?
Thank you for
Katie,
asking
but you
me
did
what I was
say
about to say.
Is that a?
No, I held it, and you said, "What was that, Jesse?" I was just like, "No,
That's
I'm
when
good.
you. That's when you just like play like a drop or just go move on.
I'll
Yeah.
give it to myself." There we go.
That is the harshest boo. I've
really
ever heard.
long.
It's
so long.
Where are you at a point
Yeah.
where you
Boo
boo
this man. It's like a
hard?
God damn, are they
half-baked.
doing like are they doing Oprah like in a stadium
It's
now?
when you
Like-
bring up a Katy Perry
Yeah.
hot and gold
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
That's when it's around.
Where even is she now?
Where's Katy Perry?
I don't know.
She was a
Stumbling into
judge
it.
on American Idol.
she's not here, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
She's
That's
not
true.
here.
That's true.
I think for you it's tough because you are you were on time. Like you're a different
Yeah.
beast out
Yeah.
there. So I think for you coming to you, you're gonna be logical, less emotional.
Yeah. And
Right?
I'm like, for the most part, like you saw my girlfriends, and I do have a lot of girlfriends,
Yeah.
but like I'm probably closer with all of my guy friends than I am my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Because like they aren't emotionally like attached like my girlfriends are, and I think more logically instead of emotionally.
Well, let me ask you this. What if you were like really good friends with Khloe Kardashian?
Okay.
Okay, and I don't know if you know the latest with her and Tristan.
Yeah, didn't he like cheat on her again?
Yeah, so it's like put yourself in that situation. How do you talk to her at this point? Because I'm pretty sure there was a time where she was done with him. It's over,
Yeah.
and you like, yeah, right,
I think
fuck
she's
him,
just
fuck boy,
stupid.
and then she gets back with him. Like, how does that conversation? Like, now what?
What is it? First time, shame on him. Second time, shame on you.
George W said something similar to that.
I think that there's
What
also
did
like
what
a
did
girl
what did
meme
what did it
about
sound like,
it.
Brent?
Cheat on me once, shame on you. Cheat on me twice, cheat on me twice, can't cheat on me again. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, something
Cheat
like
on
that.
me
Hear the
twice
saying.
and watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah, it's like, how do you
Wow.
now?
TNT,
Tristan shows back up.
7
He's sitting on the
Wow.
couch hanging out, and you're supposed to be like, "Hey, Tristan."
Oh, I
no."
was not here for that. And then she's starting to wear like that diamond ring on her finger. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So we're just supposed to be cool with him again. Got it.
He's supposed to
and
be
then
happy
he
for
cheated
her.
on her again.
Allegedly.
Are we surprised? No, we're not. Because we already called this once.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but that's I think when the friend starts crying to you about something, you go, nope,
you can't do
nope.
it. Yeah.
I mean, it
No.
makes you instantly want to roll your eyes. And they're like, wait, you just don't even care? And it's like,
No, I don't care
Oh,
because
you
when
haven't
you
seen
just
this
gotta
stuff.
You gotta be hard on him.
yeah.
Tough love.
yeah.
Yeah,
That-
you do.
That's what you gotta do.
And hopefully they can handle it. And they don't,
Well,
put
she'll be
you
like,
in the doghouse.
I have like billions of dollars, so
Yeah.
Well, then that's why I just don't understand why she's even fucking like dealing with this. Because it's like,
yeah, he's not even a good
you
player.
don't even need
Like,
him.
Get 20 and 10 every night, and then you can
Yeah,
cheat,
yeah.
you know?
He's even coming
Also,
off the
though,
bench now.
He's coming
She
off the
has
bench. Plays in the
terrible
NBA.
history with the guy she's dated. So are we surprised? No.
Yeah. What,
She
you
always-
doing sign
she
language
dates-
over there,
wait,
Ryan?
what
She
was
used to
that?
have no clue what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Chloe.
yeah. Khloe Kardashian
Yeah,
and her man. He's a washed-up NBA player.
Yeah.
She only dates washed-up NBA player or ruins them, like Lamar Odom.
He said
Lamar
ruined.
Odom
She did
went
not ruin
crazy.
Lamar Odom. Trust me, Lamar
He woke
Odom
up in the
was
crack
fucked up.
house,
He
right?
was-
Way before that.
He was
He
addicted
smoked
to crack.
crack.
Big crack
The
guy.
crack thing we
He
were
was
talking about
smoking
earlier.
crack back when he was in Miami Heat. That's why he got out of Miami. There's too much crack in Miami.
A lot of crack.
Yeah.
She gave him worse crack. But yeah, those are tough, and I think I think it's tough when the conversation happens and you see the patterns and whatnot, and I guess that's when you gotta be like, where you gotta have to take yourself out, or maybe even be like, look, either we can't talk about it, or I need to see both sides, or just take yourself out emotionally.
And I think that you like have that moment with your friend, and you're just like, we're either not talking about it anymore, or you need to start like understanding like where I stand, or I need to start understanding where they stand.
Yeah.
Which one is it gonna be? Because like I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, because like you said, you'll never hear the other side. You never hear the other side of the story. It's
And
always
that's
gonna
what's
be the one side.
interesting is
Yeah.
sometimes I've seen the other side, and I'm like, honestly, genuinely shook. I'm like,
You gotta see. You gotta see everything.
like I don't want to think my friends are like that sometimes, but I'm like, oh, when they're drinking, I'm like, oh.
But that's another difference between guys and girls, though. I think, dude, we don't like if a guy wants to. Guys will be like, I mean, he's gonna do whatever he wants, like,
Yeah.
and also like, unless she just sucks, and if she does, we'll probably be like, cool, man, but she fucking sucks, like she sucks, but they're not gonna be like, if you go back to her, we're done.
yeah,
But
yeah,
girls will be like, I swear, if you go back to Steve, like, and it's like this, it's almost like they're like y'all are in a relationship.
Yeah,
versus,
more
you know
so.
what I mean? More so.
Okay,
than,
wait. So like with your guy friends, if they're in a relationship that you're like, she super sucks.
Yeah.
You just,
Does he
like-
have his feelings hurt, or does he like still talk about it after that, or is it kind of like, okay, I'm done talking to you about it?
I don't think we'll ever say that she sucked. We're gonna just agree
Really?
with them. Like we'll just like if they say she sucked, we're like, yeah, she do suck.
Okay, it's
That
like
kind
a
of
bro
thing.
code, like
Yeah. It's like,
No, I mean I've said it before to like friends or I've had friends tell me stuff, and you know I think that it's kind of like a respect, but if like you continue, then it's like that, you know, I said my piece, you do your thing.
I don't
If
want to hear
this-
any more about it.
Right, and if this is what
continue to talk to you about it.
well,
Yeah.
that's different. If they continue, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck, man?
right?
Like, I
Yeah. What's
already-
going on? Yeah. Yeah.
But I think
You're constantly complaining
So
about
much
it.
nicer.
I think for the
You're
most
like,
part, we're just easier. We're
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
we're just simple. We're like if you. If
You're a
if
grown
I have
ass
a problem,
man.
and I'll
Yeah.
tell you, and then you do what you want. It's like cool. But if you want to go have a beer every Wednesday to tell me about it, I'm just like, bro,
Yeah.
like,
no.
Let's
the
talk about
fuck,
something else.
man. Yeah,
Or,
and
I'm
that's
not
where I'm going to
going.
be late. I'll be 30 minutes late
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
that
I'm
for
be late
sure.
for
Well,
that.
yeah, I
I'll be
would
late
be
for
late
that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a little difficult with the guys sometimes because you constantly go with the whole like, you're a grown ass man. Now if you ask my opinion, I'm gonna tell you. But it does get to a point where like, okay, you keep asking me and I keep telling you.
Yeah.
And then you keep going back,
more.
keep doing it again, and we keep replaying this Groundhog's Day
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Then it's like, man, look, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have a double.
And are they like offended? Ooh, plug. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That was a good one.
I don't. I mean, it depends on what they keep doing. Like, I mean,
Or are they usually like, oh man, you're right.
Yeah,
Like, they
it's
own up
you're
to
right, but
it?
then they do it, but they'll continue to.
Those
I think
just
it
find,
has
like,
to hit a
another fucker
point.
to do it to
Yeah.
instead.
It has to
Yeah.
hit a point. If it's going to be the same thing, obviously what is happening isn't horrible enough to set them over the edge. So there's got to be something that
Right.
has to be like that ultimate, all right, now I've reached that fill that I'm done now.
right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, and I would even be if it was a guy friend or whatever to the point where I'd be like, then what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah,
Why are you what are you doing or what are you not doing or whatever it is? Like there's something because
Yeah.
we should be talking about this
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5 times.
Is there bro code where like if by chance he is in the wrong, that like you're just like, oh yeah, that sucks, man, or you're like, dude, that's fucked up.
no. I think if it gets to that point where
She's
you're
right.
Yeah,
I think it's hard to see if she's right, though, because you're only getting one side of the story.
Unless you have seen it, like you said, you saw it
Right.
with me on eyes. You see the other side. You might
Yeah.
even know. You get to know the girlfriend.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I know a little bit about her. I think you might need to check yourself on this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think you get to that point, which is also dangerous too. Which is something I'm not the biggest fan of.
Really?
I'm not the biggest fan of being friends with the significant other's friends.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm maybe I'm old school, but I'm just not really that big into it to the point where I don't really care to be Instagram friends with your friends. I don't.
Savage.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care to be.
Fair.
I'm not against it. I just don't care to be because that can get messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause,
especially-
like then what do you do if they break up? And it's like, I really want to unfollow
Well,
you.
and that happens too. But I'm just saying, like, they might not be the most up and up people. They might be a little
Right.
messy. So if they see an Instagram story with me, 3 other guys, and that might be one girl in the
Oh,
goddamn
true.
Instagram
Damn.
story
That's so true.
sitting next to me.
Who is that bitch?
She's all over this.
Sitting next to
Yeah.
me.
She's
and
grabbing all
my
over
penis
that.
is in the way. I can't.
Man, if there's like an
My penis is in the way.
arm, if there's like an arm on
Yeah.
there,
And then
Oh,
they get a
fuck
fucking message in the morning going, "Where was Juan?"
Yeah.
That kind of shit is why I don't like y'all being friends.
Yeah,
on
his dick
Instagram.
all in her face.
Does that shit happen?
You know what I'm saying?
All in her face.
know what I mean?
nah, that was a long time ago.
No, this is hypothetical.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
hypothetical.
that sounds like
Yeah. All hypothetical. You
No,
know
that,
what I'm talking
of course
to.
that happens.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Ooh,
I'm looking at you.
look at those eyes.
You know who it is? Yeah.
Ooh.
I see it in his
Couple
eyes.
you motherfuckers.
He's ready.
Can I get a? Can we get a? Can you write it down? Can you write it?
Oh, I'll tell you after. Yeah.
Damn.
But no, but I'm just saying.
That was one. That was one for the DMX on that one. That was when you could. Yeah. That's where it hit.
but
yeah.
to bring it all back from a general basis, like that's where I would come from as far as like, being too connected to the friends.
I get
Because
it.
it can get a little dicey sometimes.
I mean, I get it. You don't need them coming at you, questioning you, and
Yeah, and then vice versa. I don't need my friends going, "Hey, did you see
Too
what
involved
such and
is
such did?"
not-
It's like, whoa, I saw the Instagram
not
story.
cool.
It's like, yeah, like
yeah.
I'm taking care of home. I'm good. Like I don't need you to, hey, did you know that she was like, yeah, I do know. I was, yeah. She said I'm going there, and I said, see you later. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that can get dicey, especially if you got those kind of friends. Yeah, boundaries. Yeah.
Gotta have boundaries.
Can get hot real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well, I
Into the
mean,
fire.
yeah, we got enough shit to worry about on our own to
Yeah,
be
for real,
to be
that-
all in, So I guess the thing here is be careful when you start involving your friends in your
Beware.
stuff and also be careful in how deep you get into their shit. Like
Yes.
just
Yeah.
let
You get deep. You're on that. If you get too deep, you're in the relationship now.
now,
Man,
yeah.
for real.
Now you're a part of it.
You in it.
Now you're the third wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the backseat driver. You can't get out of the car.
And
No.
good or bad, you're gonna be
driving.
responsible for it now.
And if you do get out, you gotta tuck and roll.
Yeah, you got to tuck and roll like Riggs.
Escape. Break a window. Get out.
Yeah. you gotta-
are we gonna do the game?
That's gonna
Did
hurt.
we talk about the game, Jesse? Are we,
Man,
we're gonna-
there's only we are.
So
I gotta get
we're
more.
What's a
think
game?
about a game. We're trying to have it not just be an interview or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Play a game.
Jesse likes to
So-
experiment.
This game,
Yes.
I do. I love to experiment, especially in college. So we're gonna play a game. It's called I don't know what it's called, but it's basically what's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Oh.
To your mind.
Because I was gonna say the first thing that comes. I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's what. That's gonna be you.
I mean,
Wow.
could be.
Wow.
Ryan
okay.
beat me to it.
So
Ryan came first.
don't think about it. Just what's the first thing
Just
that
come
comes
first.
to your mind.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I think it's word association. I think that's what it's called.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's
well,
word
comes to mind, though.
association.
It might not be associated at all. It might be something
Are
weird
we,
that just
like,
pops in
supposed
your
to
head.
talk about it?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, if it needs to. Sometimes it might need any
it could be a
explanation,
word.
but-
It could be a phrase. It could be anything.
Yeah. So if you say money.
I have to go first.
No. Jesse's gonna
thank
say the
God.
word. So, for example, if you say money, you say green. Of course, that's associated. But if you say money, you go strippers. It's like okay, interesting.
That was the word I was thinking.
Strippers?
Yeah,
Money.
same.
Weird.
Oh, you thought strippers?
It was.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Jesse.
I'm gonna say, when I say toxic,
Dangerous.
dangerous. Okay.
Oh, it's funny. I said woman.
Oh.
That's super funny because I said Britney Spears.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna
And-
say hot.
And I mean, that is the A to C. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, do you guys call men toxic? He's toxic.
Yeah.
You do? You do say
No.
that?
Yeah.
Because usually when you hear toxic, you think of female. You say she's toxic.
Yeah.
You know,
Men are
I think of
toxic.
a
Okay.
female.
They
I think
are.
of a very hot female. That
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
That's just-
she's hot, but
Men are toxic about one thing though. We're only toxic when it comes to fucking or it comes to sex. Like men, that's like there's like three things that we are after in life, and that's sex, money, and power.
yeah.
They all gonna be a little risky. Maybe I should have said risky.
no.
No.
But
No,
that's
no,
it.
no,
That
no,
was
no.
yours.
Dangerous was
That's the point of the
perfect.
game is what's the first
Okay.
thing that comes to your mind.
Do we go again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
this is
Okay.
good.
So Brent's
Oh,
not
I gotta
doing it.
go.
I guess you're gonna do it. Okay. There you go.
Man. Okay. What comes to mind first when I say the word risky?
See,
No.
risky.
All right. What comes to mind when I say the word Instagram?
I mean, models. Models first thing.
Fake life.
Fake.
Oh.
So you
You
just
do
stole.
that?
You just stole.
Can
Yeah,
you
you
do
can't.
that?
You
You're
have to
supposed
drink.
to ask her
You have
first.
to drink. Well, I
No,
was
hey,
going
wait,
in order.
It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Jesse,
all right.
you
We're learning
explained
as
this
we're
very
going.
well.
We're learning
Oh,
as we're
so
going.
whoever
Yeah,
says
if you
something
give
twice, you
a
have to
shitty
drink?
answer, you have to
Are
drink.
we
Yeah.
making these rules up as we go?
Yeah,
Yep.
we are.
Oh,
We are.
my answer's shitty. I'm sorry. Let me
You repeat it.
reformulate.
You
Well, no,
can't-
that's exactly what I was thinking though. Instagram's fake.
But if you gotta change it. You gotta switch on the fly. You
All
gotta be
right.
ready on the fly.
Well, that's truly what came into
Okay,
my
I
mind.
guess.
Came on my mind.
You
Okay.
Don't feel bad. You're the
No,
guest.
don't you ever apologize. It's always either his
Don't
fault
threaten
or
her.
it's my fault.
Don't you
It's
threaten
never
her.
one's fault.
Oh,
It's
no.
either me or Brent.
It's always my fault.
Yeah.
All right. I got one. Seltzer.
Well, which way is it going?
Oh, we can go to you.
Oh, White Claw.
Paint a donkey.
Who?
What?
That's who sponsors our podcast, and it's a seltzer.
Oh, nice plug.
Oh, nice
Thanks.
plug.
What's it called again?
Painted Donkey.
I've never heard of that seltzer.
Paint a
They have a
donkey.
watermelon one. It's in a pink can. It's on brand.
They got so many seltzers out there. Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse.
I was gonna say hard, but
No, that's what you said.
yeah.
Okay.
But there was also one I had at the Virgin Hotel. There is Cazadores has a Paloma.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Paloma.
it's amazing.
Ooh, that
Can I
sounds
get a
good. I like
It
Palomas.
is. It is amazing.
I like Palomas.
Oh my gosh, I was like, wow.
You're gonna like
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
just be able to go to like a
No one can
vending.
see
You're
that.
gonna be able to go to a vending machine, and instead of like, there's one that has like the Dr Pepper and stuff, and there's one that's just gonna be like seltzers.
Seltzers. Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
Alka-Seltzer?
They're so good and they're
Whatever
so
happened to
like summery.
I
which
think
is
people
great.
were like, this sucks. Like an Alka-Seltzer
Alka-Seltzer?
sucks. Like
Yeah.
that's like, oh, that's
They have the orange ones. Remember the orange
That's like
Alka-Seltzer? They have the little
Oh,
orange
yeah.
aftertaste to it?
I've never had an Alka-Seltzer. I
Don't.
can't even say it.
You
don't
not
don't.
lived until you had an Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, it's like having bad sex
We're going to put one in the tequila. and we're having
How is it
Alka-Seltzer.
like having bad sex?
because it sucks.
That is the original hangover
good
medicine.
one.
You take that to get rid of hangovers.
Yeah, then people were like, no, just drink a good seltzer and just keep
Yeah.
the buzz going.
No. All right, now you got to come up with a word, and then we will say the first thing that comes to our mind.
Shit.
Shit?
No,
okay.
no, that's not
Okay.
my word.
Oh,
And it doesn't even have to be
I
a word. It can
said
be like
stripper
a phrase.
earlier, but I feel like that gave you guys time to think about it.
Oh,
No,
well,
you
no,
didn't
I
say
just
that.
first thing popped in my head. Titties.
yeah. Instagram.
Stay away.
He had to think. He thought about that one. He said,
I was gonna say ass, but also
Ass.
stay away.
hey, it's the summer of the butt cheeks, though.
Oh.
It
Good
is.
summer.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for
I
it.
think this summer, not only is the ass going to be out, but their
Everybody's
population
coming
is
out.
going up
That's
next
right.
year.
And
okay?
I also have never
population's
seen
going
so
up?
many
Oh, yeah.
What people-
fake
with
asses
babies.
either.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of pregnancies this
oh yeah.
summer.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, because everyone's out. I
Oh.
mean,
Yeah,
people
but
are
if they're out, though, then they're
people
not
are
in.
out. No, people
Oh.
are out. Like everyone's out. Every weekend, it's been crazy. Everywhere
Yeah.
I've gone.
No, it's gonna be a fun summer.
Just to talk about fake asses and people, like doing that. Those are expensive.
How much does a,
Yeah, how much is
a
a-
pair of
how
fake
much is
ass cheeks go for these days?
I mean, I don't know how much a fake ass is because I have a real one, but they're expensive as shit.
Flex.
Because just to even get lipo done is like $12,000.
Well,
So to get-
what is that?
so,
is
like,
that where they
lipo-
suck all the?
Yeah, for the most part, what you should do is get lipo and then you
Brazilian,
can
right?
inject it in your ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you take the
So
fat out of your
that's, like-
stomach and put it in your ass.
Yeah, which is typically $15,000. I think that's kind of expensive to have
But
An ass.
that isn't the same as a fake ass because that's still
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
fat.
I
I'm
mean,
talking about the fake ass.
I still think that's like
Yes, that's kind
That's
of
still fake, like-
yeah.
It's still fake. You're
it's a
doing
procedure,
something to
but it's
pump
real
it
fat.
up.
But I'm saying I'm
not
not
over here
saying
taking
I'm
fat out
not
of
saying
my
it's
stomach
great.
and pumping into my.
I'm just saying
my
if I have
microphone
the
dick.
option of that versus an implant in your ass,
Oh my god, that has to be more.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. It just doesn't look. I mean,
those are a procedure where you can't really sit on things for
how
a
the hell
long
are you not going to
time.
sit on
Yeah,
anything?
you're just standing up
I
all the
had a
time,
friend-
Yeah,
leaning
get a
against
standing
stuff.
desk.
I had a
Jesse.
friend that had an implant, and she could flip her ass cheek. She thought that was cool
Flip it
flex.
do you mean,
inside of her
flip
butt.
I'm like,
Oh.
I don't think that's
We
right.
need to have her on the pod.
God damn! What is this, McDonald's? Jesus,
It's not a burger.
Yeah, what the hell? You can't be flipping that. Flipping and reverse
Get a
it.
spatula,
Flipping
God
and
damn.
tripping and sipping. Man,
I
about all
smack it
that.
up,
Yeah.
flip it, and
See,
rub
that's
it down.
that's what now I've seen, that's the one thing, the one good thing about Instagram, I guess, last year is you seem you got a peel back because everyone was so bored. Everyone peeled the curtain back to show all the cosmetic shit that they get done to where it's oh, I'm over here damn man, everyone here is just fucking bad. And I was like, oh, it's half of it is paid for.
So you know what I'm trying to think so this whole last year everything was closed down, all that. There were so many OnlyFans accounts that were getting started, right? Because no one could work,
Right.
and a lot of the girls couldn't work. So now we're getting back to work. Everything's opening
Yeah, but
back up,
OnlyFans is better for them.
but it's so saturated though. Do you think it's gonna change where everyone's on there all the time, always promoting their stuff for $3 a month or whatever?
what I want to know is what happens like when your sales or your viewers start going down. Do you lower your prices or do you amp up your game? Like, you know what I mean? Like what happens? Because
start showing like all the porn.
Just start going.
I feel like we should have someone on where we can ask them about this.
See,
yeah,
an OnlyFans girl would be great.
Yeah.
If you're out there.
Yeah, well, they're out there.
They're everywhere.
Wherever you are.
They're definitely out there. Yeah.
You have a lot of friends. Do you not have any OnlyFans friends?
I don't. I wish I did.
I
want them
think
on my
you'd be
podcast.
surprised.
I'm sure you do.
What?
There's
you know something I don't know?
No, I'm just saying.
We
No,
brought you on this podcast to tell you.
Yeah.
Just
Actually, she's
one
coming
friend-
right
she's coming
now.
in right now.
Bring her in. I mean, my bad. I hit the wrong button. Okay.
No, we don't know that.
Yeah.
No, we don't. But I think now there's OnlyFans for everything. So for DJing.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's changing.
A paid ad
It's
for
changing.
the
It's
DJs.
changing,
I don't
yeah.
understand.
They have OnlyFans for
Performers and
realtors,
artists.
for everything.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're trying to. The game is changing.
The game is
I don't know if I
evolving.
like that anymore.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
what do
oversaturated.
you
at
liked
that
you liked it
point.
before?
Yeah.
Did you get?
Oh, so
on
did
it?
you-
No,
Get
God,
it?
no. But I mean,
No,
like,
no, not like
You
not
support-
you,
did
but
you
did you
support
like
some people?
Yeah, did you support some?
no, I
During
didn't. But I guess like in my other life, I would totally be on that. What,
Yeah.
what is this?
That's my OnlyFans.
Oh, you have OnlyFans. Good for you,
The
right?
people at home can't see this.
Hey, what
but-
that asshole look like?
Yeah.
This is no post yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not-
Well, anxiously waiting over here.
I mean, I like it though. Everyone has one.
Well,
That's
you
not a
got
big
you got to come hang out with us at the Virgin this summer.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plug your podcast. What,
Yeah, so-
give us some of your.
Yeah, give us all the rundown on Don't Call Us Pretty.
So don't call us pretty. You can find us on Instagram.
Didn't you just get pretty tattooed on you?
Oh my God, we did.
But don't call you pretty though.
Yeah.
I'm still
Don't you
thrown
love
off by
that
that.
about being
We
a
already talked about it
female?
on the past podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, don't call us pretty, but we're pretty. So you can find us on Don't Call Us Pretty. I think it's Don't Call Us Pretty podcast. I don't even know my own IG. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
If you put in Don't Call Us Pretty, it'll
it
pop
pops up.
Yeah.
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 You'll for sure pop up.
You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on, I don't know, all of the different. We have a link tree. So you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Pod.
Anywhere you
name
can
it,
find
we're
your
on it.
podcast. Yeah.
So what would you say it's about? What's the?
We talk about a little
the
bit of
pitch?
everything, but the main overall gist is that we are female entrepreneurs just trying to figure out how to make life work and which way we're moving and giving all the girls our tips and tricks to get us all to the top. Because, like, it literally takes an army to become successful. You don't climb on top of people to get there. Or at least we don't think you should. So we try to give everyone a little bit of insight, and then we also give like the floor for other female entrepreneurs to come on and tell us about what they do and give them the opportunity to plug in what they do. So
There it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you
There
guys are
is.
so pretty.
Two non-pretty.
Actually, she's actually telling her, "Don't call.
Don't
me
you do
pretty.
it.
Don't you
Honestly,
do
yeah,
it?
that's-
Do it.
Don't you call
So
me pretty."
and you have some.
And you were like, "Crap! I was getting ready to call you pretty too."
Yeah.
You have some big guests coming. Do you have?
Oh my God, yeah, we have some huge guests. So we're going to have Courtney Kerr on. And then we also are going to have on a female that is on the new E! Network show, the Bradshaw Bunch. So she's going to be on it as well.
What's your name?
That's shot locally.
Lacey Hester.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
one of Terry Bradshaw's
Yeah.
children.
It is,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
I met her for one of their like filming. I was on one of their episodes and started
To
talking with
UNT
them.
with her, I think.
Oh,
I
really?
see- or one of his daughters.
One of his
Anyways.
daughters?
Yeah, he's got a few, right?
Yeah, he has 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you guys dove into the conversation that we were just having now about how to date or how to find a man
Missy
as a
tries
customer?
hooking me up with people all the time.
Yeah,
But
but,
does-
as an entrepreneur, like as an entrepreneurial female, like
Oh, yeah.
having these same, because you're not the only one we've heard that's had these problems.
Oh, yeah.
Of dating. Like, have y'all dove into that at all? on
So
the
we've
pod?
done like an open discussion where we had like just all sorts of questions and we like went through them like sporadically of like what do we think of all of those things. So those are probably like some of our best episodes that people like the most, just for insight.
You guys should do a guy panel.
No, like y'all have to come on our show.
You have
We
to
would
invite
Well,
us,
just like a
though.
guy. Yeah, but even
have
I'm
to
not saying
invite
it's
us.
just us, but I'm
We-
just like the
we-
guy panel. You should have a guy
And I
I mean,
panel.
but
did.
it
Yeah.
should probably be us. But
mean,
we
yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't just come, whenever we want. You have to invite us.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not-
yeah.
we will
Like
come on
vampires.
time. We will come on time.
Yeah,
Okay,
we will.
Good, thank God.
Ryan will come first, though.
Yeah, we'll come early.
Yep. Hey, we will come all over the place.
Oh, make me lose.
Wherever you want.
When's the last time you came early?
Was this 86?
Yeah.
He's in a shower.
Yeah, man. I don't.
There's no such thing. When it's by yourself, you
there
come
more
as fast as you
tequila?
can.
I don't. It's been a while. Although if it's morning sex, I can't. It's not lasting. I don't know why. It's just not.
Huh.
I'm just not a
Not a morning guy.
apparently, I am a morning guy.
Oh.
But it's just like I'm very much a morning guy. I guess I didn't know, but it's But I don't know.
Oh.
What was you like 93?
I was 93.
No, in 93, like after Blue Chips or something.
No, it was after Above the Rim.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Great
That was
movie.
91.
yeah, it's a great movie.
That was 91.
Jesse, when's the last time you came early?
I'm not really sure where we're going with this, but
Where it's just
Great
exactly what
ender.
it sounds like.
Ender.
I
Yeah.
would say
we're coming and going.
So it was
Yeah.
after the first Batman 1 with Michael Keaton.
Batman 1.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
89.
Yeah.
Jesse,
You were 4. Okay, I'll tell you. It was probably like 2 weeks ago, and but he reloaded quick. When was the last time you came early?
Yeah, can a woman come early? Is that a thing?
You never hear that. You never.
No.
You never have a girl. It's
Oh, yeah.
not a problem
That's
if
a
it's
superpower. We can
yeah,
just keep
right?
doing
It's a
it.
superpower.
girls don't get hit with the
They don't
like.
have premature.
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
and
have
she comes
premature-
there. She
Oh,
comes
yeah, yeah.
early.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, because it's like if
it's
you,
our superpower.
if you can.
We
Yeah,
can just come as much as we want, and that's even better.
you can.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I mean, like,
You
you
have
know,
to-
Isn't
that
that
would be
Leonardo
great.
DiCaprio movie?
No, it's Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a porn version of that.
Not come at me if you can. Come if you
Sorry.
can. Jesus.
That was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
so
that was
sorry.
DiCaprio.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh
Penis out
God.
my way. All right. Be sure to follow us on I'll Have a Double podcast
Tom Skanks.
on Instagram, and I'll Have a Double on Facebook, and I Had Podcast on Twitter, and everywhere you find your podcast, we are there. Thank you, YouTube, for hosting us once again. Thanks for being on here. Thanks, Ryan Harper, for being on the ones and twos. Appreciate that, man. Nichola, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
It's been awesome.
You guys are my faves. My
Aw.
fave dudes.
Love it.
Oh,
No, we
Yeah.
appreciate
What?
that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say we're going to come on your podcast, but after the last 5 minutes of this conversation, that could mean something completely
We
different.
will.
Oh, it coming.
We'll definitely invite you onto our
We'll be
podcast.
there.
Invite us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're invited.
And I promise you we will not come.
Hey, I can't promise that.
Yeah, I can't make any
Anyways,
promises.
It probably the ratings will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The ratings will shoot up, is what he's saying.
No.
If he will.
We shoot
Ew.
up. Yes. So even Ryan cracked a smile.
Going down and down.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, that's what happens after you explode.
Yep.
Oh my
And
God.
we're still going.
Okay, sorry.
So
And
you're-
going.
We will
and
see
going.
you guys. We're saying goodbye. So we'll see you guys. I'm Juan B.
I am Brent Crable.
I'm Jesse Coop.
And I'm Nichola.
We'll see you guys. You can
Yeah.
check. You could have been checking out any pod in the world, but you're checking out ours, and we appreciate that. So we'll see you guys. Peace.
Go get a towel and wipe off.
Wow.